Hey guys, today I'm going to work on tomatoes. So I had mentioned that we got back from our vacation, and so now we're home, and I had just the people that are living here and my mom have been harvesting tomatoes while I've been gone, storing them in the fridge. So I have a lot of aromas to cut up, some really big, pretty pineapples, which I am saving for a good tomato sandwich again. And I also have more over there and in there, and my fridge is still has like an entire shelf in the back that's still full of tomatoes. So what I'm gonna do now is actually put them in a big stock pot like this, and we're going to cook them down. I'm gonna put some of them through the Victoria strainer, and then some of them I'm actually gonna leave the skins and everything in there and puree it so that it stays thick, and we're gonna actually make some ketchup. So I wanted to bring you guys along and show you guys. This is actually the first time that I'm making ketchup, so I'm not making any promises on how it's gonna go, but really excited. I have a lot of tomatoes. I was really hoping I get a lot of tomatoes this year to be able to put a lot of this stuff away, and then next year I can focus on maybe some more big slicers or some different things that I didn't grow this year. So here we go. We're just gonna slice all of these. I'm only slicing them in half and then just like cutting off anything that's bruised, because I am gonna be leaving the skins on for some of this. So I'm gonna make sure it's nice and clean. I did thoroughly wash them, make sure they're clean and all that good stuff. Okay, so this step is the Victoria strainer. And so I'm straining all of the peels and seeds and all of that jazz out because I want just straight tomato juice. And then I'm gonna can it like that. I was gonna do some ketchup, but I burnt a little bit of the bottom. So just a note, don't turn your pot up too high and walk away. So I'm gonna just turn this into juice because I can add spices and all that stuff to it. And then I have a bunch more tomatoes that I'll process into ketchup. So we're just gonna do just tomato juice for this round. Still have like a quarter of this pot left. And so how this works is this has a hand crank, and then it takes out all of the peels and the seeds and leaves me with juice and like the plump center of the tomatoes. So one thing I do is I'll take all of this stuff here and I'll put it back in here when I'm done and try to get more of that like plump stuff out of the middle. I did make a really big mess because I forgot how to use this thing. Forgot to put the seal in right here, so it's making all kinds of a mess down on the ground, but learn your lesson once, right? All right, so I'm gonna finish this step and then we're going to go ahead and put them into jars. I do have pint jars in the water bath canner right now, boiling to make them hot, so. Okay guys, it is a new day. I finished my tomato juice and then I went straight into dinner because it was later in the day. But this is what I ended up with. So you can see it kind of separates itself, but you just shake it up real good. Tomato juice, you can use it for soups, stews, anything really, honestly. I did 4 quarts and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 pint-sized ones that are all tomato juice. They sealed really well. One thing I didn't do right with my peaches is I didn't have an inch of water over top of the jars. So just a note, remember to do that because some of my jars didn't seal right for my peaches, but the tomatoes all sealed perfectly. So now what I'm gonna do is I wash the jars and the lids, make them all sparkly clean, label them, and then put them back into the root cellar. But this is my big this is my big canner that I use to do water bath when I can, instead of using the pressure canner because my pressure canner is smaller. So this lets me do a lot more at one time. And then I put all of the tomato juice in a big canner like that, and then I just scooped it out. You can use citric acid if you want to do tomatoes. You don't, in my opinion, you don't really have to if you don't want to. I'm not a huge fan of like the really acidic flavor of tomatoes, so for the most part. So if you don't want to use citric acid, sometimes I've done it without it too. But yeah, that's tomato juice. The next video of tomatoes I'm going to be doing is actually going to be the ketchup one that I was talking about. I burnt the bottom of this, so I didn't really want to do ketchup for the first time. So that video will be coming. But thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.